What's up with y'all? Scrolling down Facebook, and I see a post that says, why do I miss someone who done me so horribly? It goes back to what we always talk about when you watch my videos. The danger of choosing somebody is a super dangerous thing. It's nothing to be played with. A lot of people take it as, well, I can just pick this guy for now, this girl for now, and I can jump to the next one, this or that. Yeah, if you are a person that doesn't really care like that, or you're just some type of player type person, you probably can pull that off. But if you are the type of person that has a big heart, you wear your heart on your sleeve, it's going to be hard for you to pull that off. This sounds kind of loud, so let me down one more notch. There we go, right there. Oh shit, I wonder if, hold on. Let's see something real quick. I forgot that I have this shit. Where the fuck would I put it? I got this new thing that holds a phone, but I don't have nowhere to put the motherfucker. That's the only issue. Yeah, I don't have nowhere to put this bitch. Not a bitch. Damn. Well, I ain't about to force it for now. I don't want to wreck it and shit, wreck the car. Trying to figure out where to put the damn thing. We'll get it next time. But anyways, y'all, it don't really matter who you get attached to. Like, you can get attached to a person that you really don't like at all. And still, when you would feel if it was somebody that you did like a lot. It's not about how much you like somebody. It's about whether you get attached to somebody or not. This is why it's so important to choose, and this is why it's so important to not even bother unless it's somebody you really like. Because even if it's somebody you really don't like, it's still a fucking hassle to detach from them. It's still going to bother you. It's still going to hurt, right? But the reason why you feel this pain of you can't get over somebody regardless of what they did is because of attachment. It doesn't matter what they did to you. You still was attached. Just like you could have a friend forever and then that friend cross you, right? You can have a friend, let's say I got a friend and he sleeps, even a brother. Let's say I got a brother and he sleeps with my wife, right? That's about as worst you can get, right? You leave them or you try to leave them and you can't stop missing them. It's part of the process, people. Don't fear, don't turn back, don't get scared. This is when you turn to God. This is when God becomes your boyfriend. Or I'm back, y'all. Y'all lost me. I hate that shit, man. Like, Verizon's supposed to be top notch. I don't understand this shit, man. I really don't. Anyways, man. You're gonna miss them, man. No matter what they did. It's like I'm not supposed to make this video or something, man. Fucking stupid ass shit. You're gonna miss them no matter what, man. It's part of the process. But don't turn around, don't get scared, don't get weak, don't go back. The hardest part is the beginning part. After that, it's all good. Don't be like one of these people who feel like they can't do no better or they gotta stay with somebody because they don't want to be alone or they don't want to deal with the feeling of losing somebody that treats them like shit. Because it's never going to change. It might change for a season, then they back to treating you like shit again. Because you didn't leave when they treated you like shit. Once a relationship loses its respect, the relationship's over. it'll never gain that same respect again. You have very, very few people that can lose respect for each other, cheat on each other and shit, and then work it out somehow. There's usually a kid involved or some shit like that. There's usually something that's making them be like, man, I basically got to make it work with this person. My life is better off making it work with them. But let's stick to the topic. You miss them because you got attached to them and they was a part of your life. But sometimes you miss them because of who you thought they was. The person you fell in love with or liked or whatever is not really them. And now that they show their real self, it's hard for your mind to adjust to who they really are. I talked about this, I think, yesterday in my video. It's hard for your mind to adjust. Like, damn, this person is really this. Because your mind been thinking this whole time that, man, I like this person a lot. I'm so happy with this person, whatever. You see what I mean? Your mind been thinking that for months, years, or whatever. Then the truth come out, and now you got to adjust to that immediately. Because if you don't adjust to immediately, what you're going to start doing is you're going to start believing a lie, and then you're going to go back into the big lie that was a lie from the very beginning, which is who they really are. When I say who they really are, I mean who that person really is versus who you thought they was. And sometimes it's not who the person is. It's what you meant to them. Meaning, it's all the lies of what they told you they'd never do you dirty and wrong and all this shit. You know, you meant so much to them and you meant the world to them, and they prove you wrong by doing you wrong, right? Sometimes it's not about whether they are a different person or showed you some mask or not. A lot of times it's them showing the mask of how they feel about you, which is the same thing, really. Really, it's the same thing. But since people like to argue that people change and people don't mean this and people don't mean that, bottom line is what they said they felt about you, they didn't prove. They showed you something different. And the bottom line is it's going to hurt. But it ain't going to hurt worse than staying with them. Your life is going to get better. You just don't see it. Take a break from a while. Don't worry about people on Facebook or whatever acting like their relationship is the best thing on earth, even though they got lies and cheating in their shit too. You know what I mean? Don't worry about none of that. Because it's all smoke and mirrors. Just understand that it's natural. It's perfectly natural for you to miss somebody who did you dirty. Because you was just with them, you was just attached to them, you was just fucking with them. Now you cut them off. Of course you're going to miss it. That's like even if you get a new car, you know what I mean? And you're going to miss your old car. You don't want your old car no more, but you still going to miss it sometimes. Even though it's on a different, more intense scale when it comes to somebody you was with, it's still the same thing. Don't get discouraged because you're a human and have feelings. But let yourself get through those feelings and emotions so you can become a better person. Do not go out and look for other people to help you heal or go back to the same person that hurt you to help you heal. Stop going back to the same person that hurt you to help you heal from the pain they caused. That makes zero sense. Because even though they have the ability of healing you from the pain because they caused it and you still care about them and all that, at the end of the day, they're going to do it again. That's the problem. It doesn't matter what they did. The girl could flat all your tires, busted out all your windows and all that. You know what I mean? And this is the thing. What women and men got to understand. Bad feelings is the same. Bad feelings are still feelings. I ain't going to say they're the same as good feelings, but in a way they are because they're still feelings. So even if somebody pisses you off to the point you hate them, they did something to you, and now you hate them, you're still going to be thinking about them because those bad feelings are strong right now. See, it doesn't matter if it's a feeling of missing somebody, if it's a feeling of loving somebody, if it's a feeling of hating somebody, they're still feelings. Feelings are still feelings. They're still in your mind, right? You miss them, mainly you miss that person. Mainly you miss a person who do you dirty. It's because you are missing the person you thought they was, not who they really are. That's the end. That's the end of it, people. I don't really have no more to say on this topic. The main reason why you miss somebody who did you so wrong is because you're missing who you thought they was. And you're dealing with how you felt about them. So check it out. When you have certain feelings towards a person, right? And then they show you who they really are, those feelings that you had towards that person don't just disappear because you thought that this person was who you thought they was. So all you're doing is you're having feelings about somebody who probably did not exist, or somebody who switched up on you, or somebody who showed you a mask. Basically somebody who did not exist. 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. I can't sit here and say that, oh, well, they really was a good person. They just decided to switch up on you one day. I can't do that. That's not realistic, man. In my opinion, that's not realistic. In some people's opinion, they feel like people switch up like this. I don't feel that. I feel they are who they was from the very beginning. You've just been sold some type of dream, or in your mind, you built them out to be somebody they're not. Because sometimes they don't even sell the dream. You sell the dream to your damn self because you like them so much. Sometimes they don't sell the dream. You sell the dream to yourself because you like them so much. So they don't even wear a mask sometimes. They are who they are, but you like them so much, you ignore everything. You're missing, what you're doing is you're missing somebody who you thought they was. Or you're missing how you thought they felt about you. Because let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say they're real, right? We know that's some bullshit. We know that's cap. But we're going to do it anyway because we love, you got the everybody, nobody's perfect police or people change police and all that. Okay, we're going to kill all that. Let's just say that's who they really are. Let's say they kept it real with you, right? But they showed you how they felt was not real. So either way, they in the doghouse, right? They did something to you that they said they would never do, right? They did something to you that they said they never would do. And the reason why you missed a person is because you care about that person. But the problem is this, people, and this is what I'm telling y'all, and y'all really need to understand this. A lot of times, the person you care about is not who they really are. So basically, you're caring about somebody that does not exist. Somebody you painted in your head, somebody who you thought they was. You ever have a best friend or something? Or any friend that you thought, man, that's a cool ass dude. Next thing you know, he trying to sleep with your girl. Or your dude. You see what I mean? But when it comes to immediately, like in a relationship with somebody or dealing with somebody for so long, your mind starts to train. In your mind, you thinking every day that this person is this type of person, this image that you got of this person. And then when you find out that that's not who they really are, it's humanly impossible for your mind to just adjust back. Oh shit, that's who they really are. In one day, it's not going to happen. In 1 week, it's not going to happen because your mind keeps fighting back, making you believe that they are who you thought they was, basically. So I'm married. Let's say I'm married for 20 years, man. My wife never cheated on me. She loved me to death. Then I come home and she's cheating, right? My mind has to take time to adjust to the fact that she is not who I thought she was the last 20 years. Even if she started cheating a week ago. You know what I'm saying? Even if that happened, right? It still don't matter. My mind still has to adjust to what she did. Like, man, she don't love me no more. So we can go either way with this. We can go with her being a cheater the whole time, or we could just say she happened to just cheat a week ago. We know that's cap too, but let's just kill all that bullshit that people try to pull out to try to hide who people really are. You know, try to mask the truth out here, right? Either way, your mind has to adjust to that. Because your mind has been, in your mind, you have been believing that this is who this person is. But once you see who they're not, it takes time. You're not going to adjust overnight. So therefore, you're not, it's a couple of things going on. The biggest thing going on is you're missing somebody who they're not. That's the biggest thing. Then in your mind, you're so used to like feeling that way about that person. No way around it. Y'all cannot tell me you've never in life had somebody that you felt highly about, and then they show you something different, and then you don't really feel that same way about them, right? But when you care about somebody, or in your mind you have been constantly thinking that this person is this person, your mind's going to keep going back to that because it's been used to that. So let's just say somebody cheats on me, and I'm like, man, she didn't mean that. She didn't really do that. My mind's going to go back to who she was. Of course, in my mind, I'm like, nah, that's not who. Damn, she played me. She really played me. So your mind going to be battling back and forth. But 9 times out of 10, since you're a human person, you're going to go with what feels better. And what feels better is, even though she cheated on me, nah, she didn't mean to do that. She loves me. That feels better. So a lot of people fall back into that. And then they go back to that person. They go back to believing the lie of who they thought the person was, because they cannot accept, you know what I mean, that this is who this person really is. Even though that's off topic a little bit, because the topic is really, why do I keep missing the motherfucker that treated me like shit? And the answer to that is this, I keep telling y'all, because the person that treated you like shit, you have an image of that person and a feeling of that person that is not realistic. So the feeling of what you thought your feeling's real. That's another problem. Your feeling is real, but when we feel somebody, right, we feel a certain way about them because we think they feel a certain way about us. So I'm like, yeah, I love my wife because she loves me. She ain't messing with nobody, blah, 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 right? That's a feeling towards her, right? Because I think she has a certain feeling towards me. So when she shows that she doesn't feel that way about me, I come home, damn, another guy's in the bed, right? I come home and I find out that she doesn't feel that way about me. My brain is not going to adjust overnight, people, that she really doesn't care about me like that. It's not going to happen overnight. Or it could be somebody who you thought really fucked with you, and then they showed you that match, like, damn, this girl really don't like me. She was gaming me the whole time. But let's say you knew that girl for a few years before you really fucked with her like that. So the image of who you thought the girl really was before all the smoke, your mind going to keep going back to that, and you got to keep telling yourself in your mind that's not who they are. Because I can sit around every now and then and be like, man, I miss my ex, man. Why didn't we work? But I got to remind myself that's not who she really is. The one that I like or love or care about, she might not even exist. I'm going to say that again because y'all don't get it. The ex, my last ex, the one that I really care about and liked and loved, that woman might not even existed. Because we paint this picture, and sometimes they paint the picture for us too. But sometimes they don't even have to do it. Let's just say they're lying. They don't even have to paint the picture. If you're painting it for you, if you're falling and taking the bait, that makes it easier. But then let's hypothetically say that they didn't paint a picture and they was keeping it real with you and they just switched up one day. You know how people love to say that bullshit. Let's just say they did that. Either way, you're missing a person because of who you thought they was or how they felt about you. That's all it is. You got used to something. You know what I'm saying? You was just used to something. Your mind's used to it. You was used to it. You're going to miss it. Why the fuck would you not? But don't go back to it. That's the thing. You got to get over it. This is perfectly normal. When you break up with somebody, it's perfectly normal for you to miss a person. It don't matter what they did. You're going to miss it. Like, damn, because you thought that you had something. So really, a lot of times you missing what you thought it was going to be. Not necessarily the person. You miss the times you had with the person and shit like that more than the person. But it gets deeper because if I had a brother and he cheated on, if he fucked my wife or something, I got a wife. Let's say I got a wife and I got a brother and he fucked I still care about my brother, but I don't want to fuck with him no more because he betrayed me. That's another problem. Like, you still care about the person, but they betrayed you. So now you got to take these steps on to the next. When I say on to the next, I mean on to the next thing in life. Not the next woman, not the next man. That's the last thing you need, because all that's going to do is remind you of, it's just going to remind you of them even more. So a lot of people try to use another person to get over a person, and all they really do is it reminds you of a relationship, of what you had with a person. That's why when I break up with a woman, I need a break from women. I mean, I might fuck with them from a distance, but seriously, never. Because it's just going to remind me of what I had. That's not fair to her. That's not fair to me. It's not, they getting half of me and all this shit. That's not fair. Focus on self-improvement. Get busy. Soon as my last relationship was over, I got 6 routes. Like, let me get 6 routes. Because I was working 4 or 5. You know, I knew I needed to put my mind in a certain place. So yeah, give me these extra routes. Fuck it. And I've been working 6 ever since and ain't looked back. You're going to miss a person, man, especially if you're a female. You're dealing with emotions, you know what I mean? You're dealing with feelings, but don't let your emotions overpower your intelligence. The emotions is, I caught her cheating with the guy in the bed, right? No, the intelligence is, you seen her with the guy in the bed. The emotions is, nah, man, that really didn't happen, man. I did something wrong. I made that happen. It's my fault. I didn't care about her enough. I ain't showing enough attention. And you already know how they gonna move. They definitely gonna blame it on you. They gonna make you feel bad and say it's your fault. You knew it could be like, maybe you try to get with a woman that's about to claim she gonna leave a boyfriend or something like that. And then she go back to the boyfriend or something, and she'll be like, you knew I had a boyfriend or whatever. Put all the blame on you. That's what they do. And I just realized they moved Pizza Hut. But yeah, it's perfectly natural, people. Don't panic. Don't get mad. Don't get discouraged and give up and like, let me go back to the liar and cheating. Nah, don't do that. You're in a great place right now. And this is the hardest part. The first part is the hardest part. The hardest part of detachment is detaching. And the more, every day you're going to wake up, you're going to be thinking about it every time. Every day you wake up. But eventually it's not going to bother you no more. You just got to keep reminding yourself of who they really are. Because your mind is going to keep reminding you of who you thought they really was. I'm going to say that again. You got to keep reminding yourself of who they really are, whatever they showed you, because your mind is going to constantly keep reminding you of who you thought they was, because your mind been in that mindset of who you thought they was for so long. Your mind ain't going to just go from that to that. How? I'm telling you, and you dealing with Satan too. If they were sent from the devil, he always going to put it back, man. Don't you miss this and that. And then you got to deal with sex and shit like that. Thinking about their sex and all that, but don't worry about none of that, because there's always better. There's always better. So I'm not gonna go back to a cheating, lying woman because she got the best head I've ever had in my life. Guarantee you, one day I'll find a woman that doesn't cheat that got better head than her. You just gotta have faith. Guarantee it's bound to happen. And what if she don't have better head than her? Maybe she got everything else better than her, which makes it better, or makes her better. It's not even, it's something that you just need to walk away from. Whenever you get to the point that they showed you dirty, you just gotta walk away. As much as you don't want to do it, as much as you want to keep trying to put it back the way you was with them and the way you thought they was, you can't do it. It's not the truth no more, people. It's not the truth. It's not the truth, man. You just gotta accept it. I'm gonna leave y'all alone on that one, man. But that's all I gotta say. You're missing the person that treated you like shit, because it doesn't matter. Like, when it comes to love, don't notice. You have a lot of women out here who love a man that don't do nothing at all, really. Treat him like shit, right? Then you have women out here Then you have men who would give that same woman the world and she don't care about that guy, or vice versa, right? So when it comes to love, it really don't matter how much you do or what you do. It's all about how a person feels about you. And you felt a certain way about that person that did you wrong. That feeling's not going to just fade away. Whether it was really them or not. Whether the feeling that you have for them is a lie, meaning that, yeah, you really feel that way about them, but that's not who they really are. Doesn't matter or not. It's still going to, it's still a process that has to be conquered. Because your feelings was real. Theirs wasn't. That's why when somebody breaks up, man, and you got the next one on to the next, and you just stand to yourself and want to break from people, you know who really had the real feelings, man. And even if the person who went on to the next had real feelings at some point, they must have lost it a while back, because there's no way, if you really have real feelings for a motherfucker, you don't want to be bothered with nobody right now. We all know this to be facts. That's why a woman cannot convince me that my feelings for you was real, but 2 weeks later she's with another guy and I don't exist no more. Yeah, right. How? Nah, that don't even sound right. Those feelings wasn't real. Can't be, because real feelings don't work that way. You're in a great position, people. If you've been dealing with a guy right now and you feel like he did you dirty or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You wondering why I can't get over him, because it doesn't, when you get attached to somebody, it doesn't matter what they do or not. People got in their head that when it comes to love, is how good somebody treats you and you just fall under this spell or some shit. That's not true. Because if that's true, then you wouldn't have so many people out here who get treated like shit and still love somebody. Which is the title of the video. It doesn't matter what my exes did, I still got love for them. I'm just not going to fuck with them. For what? I don't hate, you don't hear me say I hate an ex, because my love is real, right? But I'm not even so sure that that's who they really are. You know what I'm saying? I'm being honest. It can't be the one that I love, because the one that I love wouldn't do me like that. That's why I love that person. So how the fuck is that you? I love this person, but that's you? I don't love that person that, you know, did this or that to me. So apparently I must have loved somebody that doesn't exist. That's what you gotta remind yourself. When you start thinking about you care about this person so much. Right? Are you sure you're talking about the same person that did you dirty? You sure that's who they really are? You sure that they are the one that you got these so much feelings for? The image that you paint, the perception of what you got of them that makes you like them so much. Are you sure that's who they really are? Can't be. Because we wouldn't even be making a video on this. Well, you get my point. People would make a Facebook post on that. It doesn't matter who the person is, man. If you get attached to somebody, it's going to be hard to get unattached from them. That's why when you see people get rebounds, what happens? A lot of times with rebounds, what happened? I didn't really, he was just a rebound, but I caught feelings for him. See, it don't matter. It don't matter when it comes to attachment. It don't matter if they did you dirty. It don't matter how much you like them or how much you didn't like them. Attachment is still attachment at the end of the fucking day. And that's why a lot of times we got to be careful with people we curve and fumble. You know what I mean? Because we think that we don't really want them or something like that. And then you fuck around, and because people don't understand that love is something that's built, right? So they throw away a 90% perfect woman or man, you know what I mean, over 10%. And that could have been the best they could have got. But since that 10%, they couldn't get over it. Everybody has deal breakers, I get it, but y'all get my point. The point is, when it comes to attachment, it does not matter who it is. It could be somebody you really don't like. You know what I mean? AKA somebody that just did you dirty, busted out all your windows. So this is what people think in their mind. Let's just say I'm with a girl, right, that I thought was cool and all that, and then I wake up the next morning and every last window's busted out, right? In my mind, is it just I'm just gonna forget about this girl, and the feelings for her just gonna vanish just like that? And even if the feelings did vanish, let's just say that's possible, bad feelings are still feelings. And that's why, and that's probably the number one reason. I know I said that the number one reason is because they're not who you really thought they was, but I think the number one reason why you kind of miss somebody, or they're in your mind, that did you wrong, because bad feelings are still feelings. That's why when people hate their ex, that's a problem. You gotta just let that shit go, because feelings are feelings. It don't matter if they're good or bad. They still in your head. They still living rent free in your shit. So if somebody did me wrong last night, yeah, I'm gonna think about them. You think if somebody broke in your house tonight, you just gonna, and you know who did it, it's just gonna disappear out your head? I don't think so. And if you really fucked with them, it's really gonna fuck with you, because you thought they was somebody else. You thought they really fucked with you. You cared about them. So that's human, man. Y'all got to stop running back to the same people that hurt you, though, because in your mind, you're a human person that you got to go through getting over the person, which I highly recommend. I highly recommend people get over people instead of using rebounds. Now you're just a revolving door of the same shit. Get over the person and then start dealing with somebody else. Don't use other people to get over people. Don't do that, because it never works. You really never get over that. And more than likely, you're probably just settling for anything. And you get attached to a rebound that you don't really want. Now you playing with karma and shit, because you're probably going to cut them off because you really don't want them. Shit like that. Hey, I'm done talking, man. I got to get my food, man. But yeah, man, don't matter, man. A woman do me wrong. Let's say I'm dealing with a woman right now. She deal me wrong. You know what I mean? And I really cared about her and shit. Bad feelings are just the same. They basically the same as good feelings. They still feelings. I still got to deal with it. Like somebody piss you off and make you hate them and shit. They in your mind. They living rent free in your shit. You're not going to forget, damn, I just caught that bitch in the bed last night with another guy. You ain't going to forget that. You got to go to work tomorrow. It's going to be all in your head the whole time. Why y'all think on Facebook they make that one post about you ever been shot? Fuck getting shot. You ever found out somebody was cheating while you was at work? So because I found out that a woman's cheating, or you found out a man's cheating or something, it's just supposed to just disappear out your mind? Don't work that way. You just got to understand, like, damn, now I got to get over this one. You know what I'm saying? But the more you do this and the more you love yourself, self-love, it's easier. Because you're going to keep moving in life. It's going to bother you somewhat, but you're going to keep moving in life. But the number one thing, man, is just tell yourself that that's not who they really are. The person that you thought you cared about can't be that person. That person don't hurt you, right? The person who you thought they was wouldn't hurt you. So how's that them? Because they hurt you. Make it make sense, people. Right? And I'm going to leave y'all with this. This is why you got to have not self-improvement. Yes, self-improvement, but you got to go by yourself for a while so you can fall in love with yourself. And when you fall in love with yourself, you're not going to just settle for anybody anymore. You know what I'm saying? When you see red flags, you're going to pull away. Nah, I'm good. Because you love yourself. You're not trying to be put in that position of no more of getting hurt. And you're just fine without it. You're fine with a woman or man, and you're fine without one. You know what I'm saying? And you're not going to be happy with a woman or man if you don't love yourself and be happy anyway. Right? So you got to do this either way it goes. So do that. Don't worry about a woman or man at the point in time. It is what it is. And plus 9 times out of 10, most of them on bullshit anyway. So why even rush? You might as well just take time to yourself for a while. You know what I'm saying? Most of them are on the same bullshit that you just left. That's facts, people. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to judge. But that's just, I'm being realistic. You know what I mean? If I left a woman tonight, got broke up or whatever, 9 times out of 10, the women that come in my way, you know, probably on the same bullshit. So why would I rush and just get with somebody else because, you know, I don't want to get over somebody. I want to use Band-Aids and people, aka Band-Aids, people. And not learn how to love myself. And the more you love yourself, the more you're going to understand what love is in the opposite gender. So the more I understand what love is for me and how I would treat myself and how I would treat other people, now I can see it in someone else. Easier, way easier. Some people don't love themselves that much. That's why they don't understand that the people they dealing with ain't love. That's why that's why she deal with the guy that black her eye. Because she probably don't understand love within herself. She probably never fell in love with herself. So yeah, he didn't mean to do that. He just some guy. He has mother issues. That's why he punched me the other night. Come on, man. That's not why. Or he plays PlayStation all the time and doesn't want to get a job. He's just troubling. Or whatever. Y'all get the point. Hey, I'm going to leave y'all alone for now. I can only give y'all so much at a time. We'll talk about this some other time, man. Stay strong out there. The person you tripping on probably ain't who they really are, man. It's just facts. When they show you who the fuck... Man, look, man. If I get home and if I got a woman at home and I get home and she sleep with another guy, she show me who she is, man. And how she feel about me. Nothing I can do about it but accept reality. Let's say I got another racist friend and I find out, you know, he didn't hear me eavesdropping. He saying the N-word and stuff. It is what it is now. Dog, you can't come back from that, really. But what people will do is they'll try to paint the lie back. You know, that lie that they was believing about the person. They'll try to paint that lie back and try to remake the relationship that's already over and already been proven that it was a lie in the first place. Because it feels better to them. But in the end, it's not going to feel better to them. Don't be that person. Don't be that person that goes back to somebody who showed you who they really are. I understand it's hard as fuck to leave them alone. Because you're dealing with sex and how you feel about them and all that. I get it, man. But you got to do it. You got to understand that it's better for you. Everything in life happens for a reason. And a lot of times, losses like this ain't even losses. They're really gains. They just seem like losses. A lot of times in life, the shit that we don't want to do the most because it seems like a loss or something is actually a gain. We just don't see it yet, but later on we're going to see it. Like, that's why I didn't work out with her or this or that. That's why I didn't get that job there, this or that. I'm gone, man.